All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, they made an arrest on Matthew G. and Savannah S. Case. And man, the dude had long hair, right? We know there must have had been some DNA in that car. If that dude was in that car with that long hair, I imagine there's got to be DNA within the car. Hold 1 minute, please. I got to blow my nose. All right. So, what do we know? Well, we know that the father is saying that it's fake news and they weren't arrested for the murders or whatever, but the police are stating they did arrest them for murder. So we know there's probably DNA in that car somewhere. If that dude with the long hair was in there ain't no doubt there's DNA within that car. But here's the thing. Last night I went over that video of the two cars meeting up. And here's the thing. They stood, the father and son, next to each other, and they're the same size. But the guy that got out of the car, well, he stood up and he was like a couple inches, 2, 3 inches taller than the father, right? Than the big guy that got out of the truck. So, and another thing, that that towel that was in the truck was tossed to the father. So somebody was in the vehicle, in the truck. Who else was in that truck? Now, like I said, I'm not seeing that dude with the long hair. He's got a ponytail, people are saying. The guy that stood out of the car. And, you know, I agree with him. It don't look like him. It don't look like it was a ponytail. If it was a ponytail, he had it up where maybe this little bit of the side of his head was shaved. Because I'm seeing a bowl cut at the front part of the hairline looks like a bowl cut, straight bangs. This dude's got hair all the way down to his butt, just about. So we're really not sure. Now, could the driver of the car that dropped the car off there, could he have got caught and went ahead and ratted the other two out? That's very possible. That's very possible. Uh, Psychobabble, you're your worst enemy. Don't you listen to people? Don't let them trigger you, folks. So, what am I thinking? I'm thinking it was probably 3 or 4 people that knew about it. You had the other people at the apartment complex talking about it. They knew about it, right? How did they know about it if them were the only two that knew anything about the murders? So it ain't adding up, right? I do believe some of these YouTube channels are correct that there was more involved than just them two. Somebody else was in that truck, right? Somebody else was in that truck. Who was it? Was it the mother or the wife of that guy? Here's another thing. I'm looking at the arrest, the mugshots, and I do believe that guy was at the murder scene after they found the car. I do believe that was him in the grayish bluish hoodie. It sure does look like it. Now, a couple weeks have gone by. So, could he have changed his appearance? Yeah, sure. Could have shaved his mustache off. Could have shaved his goatee off. because he probably seen that he was on camera, right? Once all this popped, I imagine they were watching the news. The house that they weren't too far away at all from the apartment complex. And there is cameras all over the place out there. So we know there's more footage. They just haven't shown it yet. I mean, there was somebody pointing out all the cameras in that area, and there was just numerous cameras. So they must have had plenty of footage. So yeah, we'll see. Right? Was there more people involved? Well, there had to be. There had to be more people involved. How did the people at the apartment complex talk about they both were killed, killed the same, and how did they know about it? So if it was just the father and the son, uh, somebody must have known something. There had to be someone else that contributed in moving that car. No, they showed the house in the neighborhood. Well, now they got him for sure, right? Because the neighbors in that neighborhood, I would imagine they probably have ringtones, probably picked up everything, right? From the time the car left that driveway, the truck, until it came back. Was the car actually parked at their house, right? Did the son call the dad and drive the car to them and then did what they could and then dropped it off by their house at that apartment complex? Very possible. Hold on a minute. I got to refill my coffee. I'm watching a case now. Another 6-year-old girl was killed, or 4-year-old girl was killed, and they just arrested the mother and father for it. Now, there's breaking news that came out about the Delphi case. That one of the mothers was arrested for DUI, supposedly. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what they said. Let me see what Psycho Battle's doing. If you don't give him attention, he gets mad. You crime idiots are never satisfied, even with arrest. Oh no, it's not them. There are others. It's a big conspiracy. Well, conspiracies are real, and we found that out a long time ago. These people want you to believe that conspiracies do not exist so they can commit their conspiracies. So conspiracies are real. Coups are real. That's what happened to this country. There are corrupt police, and conspiracies are real, folks. And when you start thinking that conspiracies are not real, that's when they will kill masses, and they will say it's something else, and everyone will say, "Oh, man, that makes sense or whatever, right? It's not a conspiracy because why would this happen? Why would that happen? I am a conspiracy believer because history repeats itself, right? So we've had cases of conspiracy to cover up crimes and corruption. And that goes within the police force too. I think you're going to be seeing a couple police officers being arrested here soon. Uh, Evil does not pick and choose, it's everywhere, right? The devil is woven into the fabrics of America, the world, uh, the justice system, everywhere. So I would not stop thinking about conspiracies. And if there wasn't another person in that truck, in that Chevy truck, uh, with the big boy that got out, the father, then we're dealing with magic, folks. Because magically, that white towel jumped out of his vehicle and into his hands. Explain that, right? If you can explain that to me, then I'll say it was only two people that knew about the murders of Matthew G. and uh, Savannah S., right? But until you explain how that towel jumped magically out of the truck and into his hands, uh, we're dealing with magic. Now we got to attack the world differently because now we know it's magic, right? Psychobabble, it's not a conspiracy, it's magic. So explain to me, and there's even a shadow if you zoom in on the truck, the back glass, you can see there's someone in there, right? You can see the guy or whoever it was get out of the vehicle. You can see him stand up. He's taller than the father who got out of the Chevy truck. So now he could have been an informant, right? They could have, whoever was driving that vehicle could have been an informant and ratted on them. Thus far, he won't do no time. He's probably an informant, or he got the jump on the rest of them and called the police and told them, hey, it was these two dudes. It was a hired hit. And we helped them get rid of the bodies or whatever. Uh, Here's the thing, they were supposed to be going and hooking up to buy drugs, right? So is that long-haired dude a drug dealer or his father a drug dealer? And they were the suppliers to Matthew and Savannah, right? That's the question. Who was the supplier or who was the buyer? If not, we're dealing with magic, folks. Everything the Bible spoke about, and we're going to have to attack the world differently. We're going to have to attack crimes differently. So I hope they come up with a decision. Either there was someone else in the truck, or we're dealing with magic now, right? The devil himself, because that towel jumped out of the truck by itself. Explain that. What are we dealing with? If it is demonic, yeah, maybe. We're not sure. Nobody really knows. We know this much, though. They have made 2 arrests. We know that other people have been watching the crime channels that are actually themselves part of something, a gang, a cartel, a corruption, evil, been attacking people, attacking channels. There's a lot of things we are learning as couch potato YouTube. crime people. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this, how many of them. The breaking news on the Delphi case, which I'm actually going to, I did a video real late last night on the Delphi, probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, that there might be an arrest. And I did say in that video it's probably a ticket or DUI or something like that. And then about a half hour later, Sonny Justice did a video, and that's what it was. It was a DUI. So I'm going to have to change the title on that video that I did last night. Right? Well, you're racist now. You're a homophobic now, Psychobabble, calling me my gay magic. You know, we're just getting to the bottom of it, Psychobabble. We're preparing. I don't know if you've been watching the war. I don't know if you've been watching America and the politics and everything like that, but we're preparing for a war. They're telling people to look out for terrorists, madmen, escaped convicts. It's going to get pretty good, pretty hairy in America, and like the professionals, Psychobabble. And the politicians are saying it's going to get worse before it gets better, folks. So we're in it for the long haul. And pretty much that's it. Right? That's pretty much it in that case. Now I'm going to end this video. Will there be more arrests in the Matthew G. and Savannah S. Case? There might be. It ain't over yet. No, I ain't paying rent no more. The whole world's gone corrupt. I own America now. I'm like Jackie Chan. America. Psychobabble. I own everything now. Now, like I said, there's a new case out. They just picked up a father and a mother of the murder of a 4-year-old. That's a new case. Let me check and see if that's still out. A 6-year-old. Here we go. 6-year-old girl found dead in an apartment complex. This is Channel 5 News.
Police reported
All right, so a 6-year-old was found. This is 8 hours ago, 10 hours ago. Another 6-year-old was found dead in an apartment complex on Watson Road. Yeah, very crazy, very and it sounds like it's another Hispanic family, so yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to move on to another video. Uh, excuse me, Coffee with Johnny. And I don't know. I think I might just stay off YouTube for a while. It's just gone completely nuts. So, yeah, I want the people to explain to me in G and Savannah S case how that towel moved itself out of the truck. Right? So, a lot of people now are saying the police are just incompetent. They might have caught a couple people, but what happened to the third person that was involved in that? And what happened to the people at the apartment complex that were talking about it, right? That they snitched on somebody or something. So we know there's at least 2 or 3 people involved in that case. And it very well might be, folks, that the police now are just, they've gotten comfortable to their jobs and they're just there for a paycheck, folks. That's it. Uh, a lot of people now on YouTube are saying, why ain't the police doing this and that? What is the problem? It's, I watched Duty Ron the other night, and I watched Police Off the Cuff, and even they agreed that they're not handling these crime scenes like they used to. Uh, in the Matthew G and the Savannah Soto case, they should have had tents up. They should have had that whole car quarantined. They should have not touched that car at all until they came in and dusted the whole outside of the car for prints. Uh, yeah, I can understand why the citizens are saying, "What is going on here? How come they're not blocking the vehicle off? How come they didn't dust for prints and all that before uh, they let anybody even around that car?" Then I do agree, and I do think the killers, if that video is right, something's going on with my YouTube. Probably somebody stealing, hacker maybe or something. Who knows? You can see the screen like it's almost like it disappears. It's almost like somebody's grabbing it right out of thin air. We're not sure. We're not sure. I think we pretty much located it down to these crime channels. Some of them are very disgruntled and wanted themselves. Coffee is tasting good. All right. Is there any other questions other than psychobabble? Let's see. They made an arrest, you dumbass. All right, psychobabble, calm down. Let's see what else he said. Is the jury going to visit the car, Tard? No, there ain't. I doubt it. Now, if they were killed in a house, very possible that the jury would visit the house. But they're just not doing things like they used to, folks, within the police force, within everything. It's corruption. It's been all over the news. Even the politicians have been talking about it. What do we do? Well, there's only one thing left to do: shut down America and go through everybody. That's the only thing to do. I wouldn't doubt it if most of these people ain't even Americans. They're from other countries using the internet as a weapon now, as a tool for their murders and child trafficking and illegal human trafficking. Yeah, we got a problem in America. Ooh, there it went again, folks. Did you see a glitch? It's glitching on this end. I don't know if it's glitching on your end. So yeah, I think pretty much. I think we got the people that we're looking for, and I don't know what to say. I mean, it's horrible what happened to them too, especially Savannah Soto. Now, one of them's being charged with uh, abuse of a corpse or whatever. Well, what'd they do? Right? What did they do? Did they do? If they're into this magic stuff, it's very possible the baby ain't even in there. They might have sacrificed the baby or something. Who knows? Who knows what these people have done? We really don't know. Now, supposedly they're saying the son shot both of them and then called the father for help. Uh, so it very well could have been some kind of a crazy. I don't know. He does, and the son does look like a girl. If he's got that girlish look, right? And he had glasses on. Now this is what we have to ask. This is the key thing. When you zoom in on the drop off of the car and the truck meeting up behind the apartment complex, and that one person gets out of the car. When you zoom in, it's got a white complexion, a very light skinned person. And here's the thing, I'm not seeing glasses. Now, the son had glasses on when he was arrested. Now, how blind is he? Can he see it all without that without his glasses on? How did he drive the car without glasses on? He's wearing glasses. They look pretty thick, so we'll have to see. Oh, they're racist, psychobabble. They might be racist from other countries. That's what a lot of people don't realize is everyone thinks just because you're white, you're a racist. Believe me, folks, I've ran into people that are all colors that are racist. Black, green, yellow. Racists don't stick to just white people. That's that's what I don't understand in this country. These people are coming to our country and they're very mad at America. And they're very mad at white people, right? So they're just today everybody's a racist, right? So I don't know. I have no idea. Psychobabble says they hated Savannah because she had a white chick's name. I don't know if it's a white chick's name or not. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. I don't think anybody really cares about that. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back here shortly. I am glad they made an arrest, but it ain't over yet. I wouldn't just stick with there was only two people. Someone else was there. It could have been another. It could have been a kid. It could have been the mother and the wife of the two suspects they arrested. It could have. Someone else was in that truck and somebody was driving that car. So that makes three people, not two. So it could have been somebody that was underage. Uh, Therefore, their names would not be put in the paper because they're minors. That's very possible. All right, I want to thank the great troll Psychobabble for showing up today. Uh, Psychobabble, don't you worry about other creators. Why are you asking where Mrs. ATS News is? It's nobody's business. Excuse me. Johnny, you should stay off YouTube, maybe learn a new language. I have learned one, amigo. I'm speaking perfectly great English. We're preparing for a war. I don't know what to tell you, Psychobabble. Go run and stick your head in the sand hole in the desert or something. Run to your Mason family or whatever they are, Masons or Illuminati family or whatever. I don't know. But as far as we're concerned, we're preparing for war in the United States and all over the world. Now, you folks be safe. Keep an eye out for terrorists, right? Keep an eye out for foreign and domestic terrorists. God bless you all. Uh, all the holidays are pretty much over with, so I imagine we're right back to the madness. Now, you folks be safe. God bless you all. And happy hunting, right? Hunting season's open. Happy hunting, folks. Be safe. Make sure you have your permits for hunting. Um, if you're going to be hunting, if you're going to be doing any winter fishing, make sure you have your permits uh, and have your safety orange on when you're out hunting. Now, you folks have a great day. God bless everybody. And we'll be seeing you all soon.